What's up, everybody? It's your boy Lando Success with Top Sports Debate, and we got Mr. T Ford with executions over excuses. So yesterday, our video got some crazy traction, a lot of hate in the comments, a lot of love. Let's read some of these comments they said to about us, Ford. Man, they was on our head. Some said, you about to kill your page before you hit 20K. Don't create a narrative. Bro, you don't get fired or released and have a celebration. I get you want some clickbait and even set up a podcast discussion, LOL. But no, he wasn't fired. Let them move on discreetly and professionally. Somebody said buyout don't mean fire. You can reach a different opinions and grow apart. So a lot of people basically just called us dumb for creating a false narrative. So today, Skip actively is right now playing his tribute towards Shannon Sharpe. I'm about to play some of the audio because I don't want to copyright, but you guys are going to be able to hear it. And let's just listen to some of what he is saying about this brother real quick.
Great LeBron game. I'm going to miss what I got to do, which was shame him on live TV for wearing that goat mask when we would open the shows. I'll admit it, I will miss the goat mask. But the truth is, what I love most about working with Shannon was, and this is no small thing, he dedicated himself to the process of preparing for Undisputed just the way he dedicated himself to playing pro football. You're going to have to trust me on this. Only two people in the world really get this right here, right now, me and Shannon. But Undisputed is a voracious beast. In part because I am psycho relentless in my Shannon, always prepared, always on time. Day after day after day. Now, Shannon liked to go first on just about every debate so he could get his position out before I pounced. So he went first nearly every time. The other huge strength of Shannon's was that he was able to sustain high. It does get intense out there at the debate day. See you soon. Another question started out here. I was shown several critics what they had written, that FS1 wouldn't last, that Undisputed would fail. I got news for you. FS1 is here to stay. Undisputed is alive and very well going on 7 years as we look very forward to our 8th NFL season. 8. Are you ready for some football?
Okay, so let me come back. Let me bring T Ford back. What did you get out of that? I just played some clips, but it was basically 20 minutes of him thanking Shannon Sharpe, talking about how they get here, and he will miss them and love them. What you got?
Okay, first and foremost, Skip did an amazing job with that. He did an amazing job. So for everyone who said we're creating false narratives of blah, 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 whatever, understand what happened Tuesday. Skip didn't even get the chance to say anything about it. Shannon had his 7 minutes. Skip never got a chance to say, hey, I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you for helping us get to where we're at today. He didn't get a chance to say any of that. This comes out, what's today, Thursday? He's saying this on a Thursday, 2 days later after the show, that, hey, this is what I'm going to miss the most about Shannon. So people could say, yeah, you reach different conclusions for a buyout. But normally when you're leaving a network, there's a celebration. Shannon didn't get a celebration. He got 7 minutes. The video of him showing his locker room or his dressing room was put out after. There was no coming on scene and blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Shannon. I can give you a prime example when they gave Shannon his biggest flowers. When Shannon turned 55, I believe, or 50 or 55, they gave him a GOAT on TV. They gave him his birthday gift on TV to celebrate him. This was no celebration moment. It was, hey guys, this is it for your boy. This your last day. This is my last day. And that was it. It wasn't no skip. It wasn't no even Jenny Taft could have called in like, Shannon, thank you. Wasn't none of that. Now Skip has to wait until Thursday to say how he truly feels. Maybe Skip didn't know the reason. But as you mentioned, doing the thing, he was like, Skip, you fought for me. And Skip said, I have been fighting for you. I really have. So maybe it was brought to his attention. Maybe, in my opinion only, they consulted with Skip like, hey, we're going to move in a different direction, and Shannon's not going to be a part of that. How do you feel? And maybe Skip was like, hey, I want to keep him. They was like, we think you can do it by yourself, and we want to go in a different direction. We're solidified now. We've been here 7 years.
And that's exactly what Skip said. Skip like, look, Undisputed is not going nowhere. He said we're thriving. Football season coming up. Be ready. We going to keep on growing. So Skip like, look, nothing ain't changing. We going to still keep on doing this. But everything you just said sounds very accurate because you see, Shannon Sharpe don't have nothing lined up. He couldn't tell us if he did. He didn't say nothing about what he got lined up. Skip didn't say, well, he's going to do great at his next venture remember when it was Stephen A and Skip and the moderator, the guy, Jay, that was on, I believe, with Cold Pizza. When he left, they like, oh man, he's going over to this show to go do this. Everybody leave. Jen that just left. Oh, she just had a baby. She's about to go over and go be a mom and just go do her thing. None of them said what Shannon Sharpe got going on next. It's just like, look, love you. You a hard worker. You this, you that, you this, you that. And that's it. We don't know who's coming on next. If you can just look how everything has been ran, a lot of people feel some type of way. And it looked like even Skip feels some type of way about how they released him. But he worked for Fox and they probably like, look, this is the direction we going in. You got to roll with it. And like Skip probably fought for him, whatever it is. And everything is coming out more and more. But it looks like, brother, y'all, okay, we could stop saying the word fired. He got released. He got bought out. However you want to change the definition, he didn't want to leave, and they basically forced his hand for him to leave.
That's all you can do is look at him. Everybody gonna say, but this, and this. All right, let me break down Undisputed for you from the beginning. Joy was the original moderator. After about 2 or 3 seasons, they was like, all right, we're gonna promote Joy. We're gonna give her to Colin. We're gonna set up this new dynamic. She's gonna be that female voice for Colin. She stayed on Colin for quite a while, but she's still on FS1. Then they gave her own show with Shady and everybody else. So she went from Undisputed to Colin to her own show, all on the same network. Jenny started off in college. They made it her the moderator. Then after she got pregnant, and then she was like, oh, I'm going back to the sideline for college football. That's where you will find Jenny at. Still for Fox. Everyone is still with Fox. Shannon is nowhere on the Fox ballot. Nowhere. There's no new show pending. There's no, oh, we're going to take Shannon. We're going to break this up and we're going to do Skip show, Shannon show, or whatever. Nope. Shannon is gone. Like you said. All right. We won't say he was fired. He was released. He wasn't terminated. He was released. He was bought out. The fact of the matter is you got rid of a man mid-season. You waived him. Let's call it that. Let's use sports term. He was waived. He was bought out. So former athlete, you get waived mid-season. Somebody else can pick you up. Or you get waived just to sit at home. It's a big difference.
And that's what it looked
like. You
like.
can get waived and say, hey.
He completely got waived, and now he's waiting for them calls. Once you get waived, you're sitting at home. You got your agent. It's just like, yo, is anybody calling? Anybody? Let's see what we got going on. We can do our own thing. You got options, but if nobody calling you, because we don't know what type of words anybody will probably call Fox first since he worked. It's a regular job. Any network is going to call the rich billionaires at Fox and stuff. Hey, how is it to work with Shannon Sharpe? Why did you guys release him? Well, Shannon is a good man, but we feel him and Skip chemistry just started getting bad. It just didn't seem like it was a right direction. He's a good guy, good hire. I will work with him. It's like that's how it usually happened. But if nobody calling him, he got to figure everything out on his own. And it looks like he don't have everything lined up like you want to right now.
I'm going to say this. If people go back to when the news first broke, it was a part in last week's show where they was like, hey, you want to put some due on that for next year? So it was like, hey, maybe the tide can turn before the end of this NBA. Because Skip was like, you want to put some due on this for next year about the Cowboys record. Now, anybody who know they're done, they're like, why would I do that? You already know what's going on. Like, really? Like, it was like, you want to put some due on it? It was like, nah, we'll let that go. So I'm not making future bets with you about something that can happen. But now you're like, hey, it's done, it's over with. So it's a celebration. When a person gets you 7 years, they're supposed to be celebrated more. But something had to happen. Like I mentioned to you on the phone.
100%. It supposed to have been a big announcement. It supposed to have been a farewell. We appreciate you. We rock with you. The only celebration we seen was from Shannon Sharpe recording his own stuff and looked like everybody that worked there knew that he was leaving, and they just put some stuff up in his office, and afterwards they orchestrated their own thing. Fox didn't orchestrate nothing. You just felt the energy and everybody said he's leaving. And people still kind of confused. You can just look at the video. it's like, man, that man supposed to have a farewell tour, and he's going to be pissed off about it. Because you do 7 years, 5 days a week of waking up 3 in the morning to go do that show. Man, that man supposed to he supposed to went out better than that. He supposed to went out better than that.
I knew he was truly hurt. When people say the tears are fake, I'm gonna tell you how I personally know the man was hurt. Shannon is a very secretive person. No one has ever seen his kids. For him to invite his daughter up, it was like, yeah, Skip, my daughter be here. Like, we don't see Ernestine on there. We never seen none of Shannon Sharpe family up there. None of his kids at all. Never. So now like, hey, I'm really hurt right now. So I'm gonna invite my daughter, let her share this last moment with me. Like, that's how like, hey, these tears are real. And Skip, I got to tell you, bro, I appreciate you. I wouldn't be here without you. But as I told you, some people started looking at rule number 1 of the 48 laws of power: never outshine the master. It just so happened Shannon became bigger than Skip. And when you become bigger than someone else, someone has to go. But we can't get rid of the Godfather. You are replaceable. Skip is not.
Oh boy, man. So just to clarify some of the people in the other comments of the Shannon Sharpe video, nonstop, why did he park in a handicap spot? Why are you parking in a handicap spot? See, y'all don't know nothing. Buddy just had a hip replacement like 2 months ago. So he legally can park in a handicap spot because he looks good, but you have a hip replacement. That I don't even know the healing time of that. So that's number 1. Number 2, y'all keep on talking about, man, who grabbed a daughter on the ass? And like, I hate y'all. I hate y'all. The average person, like,
what you consider as the ass, it's the waist.
I hate him for it. I hate him. Like, my hand is like this. Shannon Sharpe hand is probably 5 times my hand. Remember when he did the interview or the hug with Candy and everybody, man, he didn't grab Candy. His hand is this big and it's just on the waist. He did the exact same hug to his daughter. Y'all are nasty. Y'all weird. Y'all weird. I'll just clarify them comments. But any final words? Because I'm just saying, it looks like everything we're saying is every day is coming closer to panning out everything we done said. And I'm petty, and I'm going to go back to them comments and be petty because it's just coming out.
Well, then let's look at it. If you want to know how sincere it was and how people really are confused, like we said yesterday, people got it wrong. When Stephen A did his thing last night, like, I know Skip. I know Skip very well. I just got a chance to get to know Shannon. And as you can see, I don't really know where Undisputed goes from here. Because Shannon, his key words was Shannon wasn't a force when he first started. No one cared about him when he left NFL Network or CBS. But Shannon is a major player now. And I
Even
have to give
Stephen
thanks
A
to
said
Skip
he had it
because
wrong. He
Skip,
like, I think I kind of got this wrong. Everybody thought they knew.
yeah,
He
I
was
don't think it was a personal thing.
he like, oh, I didn't see this happening. He was like, and you can hear when Stephen A was like, when I left, because he didn't get fired a bunch of times, he like, I wouldn't have left like that, and I didn't leave like that. He like, hey, I give that man his props because how he handled it, because he like, I don't know exactly what happened. So now a lot of these people is going to be backtracking off of what they said because nobody knows, and it's looking more like what we said. Everybody wanted to create that narrative that him and Skip just can't work together. Skip just so disrespectful. No, unfortunately, they have nothing but love for each other. They just people that work with each other 7 years, got into it a bunch of times and on TV, but they're okay.
It's the same thing like with a marriage. You've been married to somebody for so long, you're gonna get into it. You're gonna have those heated moments where it's like, damn, I wish I can take that back, but what it said is said. You're gonna take a personal shot at somebody. Skip took a personal shot. Shannon took personal shots. It is what it is. But guess what? They can't, like Skip said, the man never missed work. He never called in sick. Never.
Not
He
one
came back
day.
the next day.
He said he
Came
never.
back.
He said he never was not on time. 7 years, I'm gonna be late. I guess that job you can't be late. And we know Stephen A was late. Stephen A was late recently. Stephen A always late.
So I just look at it like, so okay, for our viewers and for our naysayers and for our trollers, okay, he wasn't fired. He was released. He was waived. Whatever anonym that you need for a synonym to make your world come reality, it is what it is. Point is, he's no longer with Fox Sports. He's no longer under the Fox umbrella. Club Shay Shay is no longer under the Fox umbrella. They gave that to him as a parting gift. That moved out. That show that Lando just clipped, that Skip Bayless, whatever his podcast is, that belongs to Fox. Right thing by Nick Wright or wrong thing, whatever Nick Rice is, belongs to Fox. Club Shay Shay is no longer under that umbrella. He's out on his own.
Yes, sir.
So it may go back to look like the first episode of it.
You know it, dog. I appreciate you. Make sure you guys go over to Execution Over Excuses. Go ahead, subscribe over to my dog. I'll talk to you a little bit later, dog.
Later.